Hi guys, if you can see my hands and hear me, can you leave me a comment? I was having some major issues before I started today, and I had to restart my computer, so I'm not sure if I'm up and running. I'm trying to view it on my other computer to see if I'm on there and it's not showing me. Let me know if you guys can see the Good Tidings stamp set and the little bag I have there. Okay, hi Mary. Okay, now I'm in business. I'm just going to turn my monitor so I can see comments. And I hope that this works where I can see them in real time. So I'm sick today, so this is all you're going to get to see of me today. I am still in my jammies. So I almost canceled this because I am not feeling well at all. I took some pain medication, or not pain medication. This is what I mean. I took some cold medicine. Excuse me. And I am having a very bad reaction to it. I just feel very sick to my stomach and just do not feel well at all today. But I didn't want to bail on you guys, so I thought, well, you know what? They don't have to necessarily see me. They can see my hands and the demonstration. So let me grab, you know what? I wrote some notes. Oh, here they are. Okay. I just wanted to welcome everybody in, and Mary's already here and told me that she can see and hear me. So I want to show you, this is the giveaway for today. It is a paper pumpkin bag, and it's really cute. I got this a couple of years ago when I went to On Stage. I have several of them, and I keep them in a drawer, and I keep forgetting that I have them. So I was cleaning the other day and found them, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna throw these in as a giveaway. So the Good Tidings stamp set, I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. It's photopolymer, but this is going to be this week's giveaway. And how I want you guys to enter to win this, if you're watching this on the replay, pay attention. I want you to comment on this Facebook post, and for every one of these you do, you're going to be entered in for an extra chance to win. So if you share it on Facebook, and if you comment on the Facebook, I want you to comment on my blog. And then if you're a new YouTube subscriber, I want you to use the hashtag new subscriber. So that way I know that that enters you in the drawing. If you do not hashtag new subscriber, I'm not going to enter you, because I don't know that you just happened upon my YouTube channel and subscribed and didn't watch this video. So this is going to be for new subscribers that want to be entered into this drawing. So hashtag new subscriber on YouTube. And that'll be your comment. You can say more if you want to. Comment on this blog, or on the blog, on this Facebook post. And then if you share it on Facebook, that's going to get you another entry to win. So you have a ton of chances to get your name in the drawing for this fabulous stamp set. And I have a beautiful card I'm going to share with you guys in the upcoming weeks, using that stamp set. And there was something I was just going to say. No, I totally forgot. Hold on a minute. Okay, maybe it'll come back to me. And then I also wanted to let everybody know that earned the free card packets in October. Some of those I have not mailed out yet, because you also earned the free snowflake promotion that I had in my newsletter. And I haven't received those from Stampin' Up, so I'm just waiting. I'm supposed to get a shipment tomorrow, and I'm thinking that that's what it is. And I'm just wanting to put that in there to send it all out at once for you guys. And then make sure, if you're a new visitor to my Facebook today, that you subscribe to my newsletter if you want to get in on the 13 days of Christmas. That starts Saturday. So for every day for 13 days, you're going to get a neat little PDF file that shows you how to make some amazing Christmas gifts and cards and things like that. And so I wanted to talk a little bit, and you guys, I'm going to try to transition this over really quick. For some reason, I cannot get my website pulled up on where I can share it with you guys. All it does is spin its wheels when I go there. And that's one of the reasons I restarted. I mean, if you can see, it's just not doing anything. I can get it pulled up on the other computer, but I can't share that screen with you guys. So, I'm sorry to have to do this without being able for you guys to see it. But I wanted to go over, I had a couple of people that were a little bit confused about the Stampin' Blends promotion that I was doing. Hey, Rachel. So, I have it pulled up on my other computer, and I can just read it really quick to you guys. We won't spend a lot of time on it. I wanted to spend a lot of time on it and go answer questions and things like that. But I know you guys are just staring at a white screen that says Bobby Stamps and can't see anything. But basically the way it works is there's a form on my website, and you just fill that out, and that lets me know that you want to join. We're going to have 4 members in each group because it's a 4-month promotion. So it's going to be November, December, January, and February. And for each of those months, each person in each group will spend $55. And also, each person will be the hostess for 1 month of the 4 months, and they will earn those hostess rewards. So at $55 a person, you guys are looking at about $15. So for the month that, let's just say that Mary is November. So everybody in her group is going to spend $55. Mary will get the hostess rewards for that. So if somebody orders more than $55, if Mary orders more than $55, it's going to be more than $15. It's just going to depend on how much that group spent for that month. But if minimum everybody spends $55 for that month, she would earn $15. So you're basically getting paid to buy the Stampin' Blends. And I kind of like to explain it like Kohl's Cash. I think that's a great way to look at this. This is kind of how it is you're getting rewarded for purchasing. So let me see. I got to scroll down a little bit. And so what will happen is I changed it a little bit. Last week I had it was due by the 5th, but with all the concerns that I was having with it, people not understanding, I stretched it out. So it's going to be on the 15th of each month. I will email each group their individual hostess code. And that's what you guys use when you're placing your order for the Stampin' Blends Club. And then you have to place your order by the 20th of each month. And then that way everything's shipped directly to you guys. I'm also going to include 2 make and takes, I think it is. Let me go back up and read my notes. I did this a couple of weeks ago. Yes, 2 make and takes that you'll receive to go along with the Stampin' Blend, something that we're going to color. So you'll receive those each month. And at the end of each month, I'll contact the host to let them know how much they earned, and then they'll email me what they want. I'll place the order, but it'll ship directly to you. And if you already have the blends, you can still join. Just place a $55 order every month, and you'll receive the benefits. And then you just click on the bottom where it says join now. And that's basically all there is to it, guys. Okay. And I don't know if other people, I don't have my phone down here with me. I'm trying to do this on my other computer. So if somebody can comment and let me know that you guys are still there, because I haven't seen a comment in a while and it's not scrolling. So I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm going to have to use my phone from now on to make sure that I can read the comments in real time. And I'm going to have to pause and take a lot of drinks today because my throat is very sore. So I have a cute fall card for you guys today. And here it is. And it's not that hard to make. It looks like there's a lot going on down here, but it's really, really not that hard to make. So we're going to use, I'm just going to lay it out of the way so I can get started on the card. I used, and I punched some of the stuff out so that way it would save time when I got to this point of doing it. I really don't know if you guys are commenting or not because I'm not seeing anything. Can somebody say hello? Just let me know you're still out there because I'm not seeing comments. If I don't see one in a little bit, I might have to run and get my phone. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything that anybody might be saying. Also, let me see if I can maybe refresh. Don't you guys love technology? Okay. Hi, Barbara. Yes, the $55, Mary, is what you're going to spend for your Stampin' Blends. Okay? So when I send everybody the email, the 15th of each month, I'm going to tell you which ones. I want to say it's 3 packs because they come in 2 packs. So it would be 3 of the packs. And then there's the blender and then the 2 skin tones that we're going to add in there. And 3 of those equal to be the $55 is how I came up with that. And I know that I need to not try to do this on my big computer because I have to keep refreshing it to see everybody's comments. Hi, Angie. So maybe I'll just have to keep refreshing. So if I don't answer you guys, please don't think that I'm ignoring you. It's that I'm not seeing your comments, but I'll try to refresh every now and then. And next week, I promise I'll bring down my phone. So this card, I just wanted to say too, that, hold on just a second. I think I forgot to, there you guys go. I think I forgot to pitch you back over. Okay, so this card, I used the tree rings background stamp to make it, but today I want to change that a little bit because I was curious last night when I was doing it. I'd never used the tree ring stamp set, so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to use it. But one of my all-time favorites is the hardwood. So that's what I'm going to use today to create it, and we'll just see the difference. And I like to do that too, to give you guys, show you like the different options that you can use. So I'm going to use Early Espresso ink, and then I'm going to also use crumb cake. And then I'm going to use the Stampin' Blends. I'm going to use the dark pumpkin pie, the light daffodil delight, the dark daffodil delight, and I think that one's, yep, daffodil delight. And then this one is the light pumpkin pie, pretty sure, yep. And then this is the lifter. So those are what I'm going to use, and I'm going to use some rhinestones today. And then I'm also going to use the Seaside Textured Impression folder. And then from the Powdered Pumpkins, this is a bundle set with the Pick a Pumpkin. I'm going to use, I think, well, no, I'm not going to use because I've already had all that punched out. And I'll show you the ones I used. I used this little guy right here to get these little stems. And I already punched that out. Like I said, I didn't want you guys to have to wait forever while I was running everything through the Big Shot. I'm not going to use it today, but I did use the triple banner punch right here. I used the triple banner punch, and then I'm going to use the leaf punch and the daisy punch. And I'm also going to use that Daisy Delight stamp set. And then I'm using the jute, I think that's the name of it. The jute twine. So, and then, you know, our basic adhesive. You guys will see as I move along the card. So the card base, like I said, it's Early Espresso. I'm just going to put it out of the way for right now. And then this is what we're going to stamp our background on. So I want to grab a piece of grid paper so I don't get my work surface a total mess. So I'm just going to bring in the hardwood and I'm going to ink it up using crumb cake. And this is how I do it if I have a big stamp. I just turn it upside down and bring the ink to it. Okay. And then I'm just going to put that right there. And then I'm just going to stamp down on it. And I have small hands, so I like to just kind of hold it there just for a little bit, just to make sure I'm getting a good coverage on the whole thing. And then we'll just pull that off. And then I'm just going to lay this out of the way for right now. And then we're going to, should have kept that opened. I can't find my stamps, guys. Oh, they're behind me. I moved them. I tried to get them out of the way. I think I have a little something on my paper. So using crumb cake again, I'm just going to ink up the daisy stamp. And I'm just going to stamp that right there at the top. And then I'm just going to stamp me another one right there at the bottom. Okay. I'm going to close that up for right now. I'm trying really hard not to get ink on my fingers because I always get ink on my fingers. So I'm going to then take the pumpkin pie. And I'm going to take it shows you on the end which one's the wider tip and which one is the thinner tip. And I'm just going to use the wide. And then I just came around just randomly, however I wanted to do it. I really didn't give it much of a thought process, to be honest with you. I have to be careful because when I talk and try to do this, I always get outside of the lines. And where I took that cold medicine, I am like very, very shaky today. So I just kind of randomly, like I said, with not a lot of thought process. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with, I think on this one, I'm going to use the light, Daffodil Delight. And just color that in, the remainder. And I'm going to refresh here in just a second, guys, so I can see if I've missed any comments. I almost brought my cell phone down with me just to make sure in case something like this happened. And I was like, no, it'll work. The big computer, my other desktop will be fine. Now I wished I would have went with my gut. I'm just going to color that in and kind of bring that one around a little bit. Simply, I don't want it to look like it just stopped dramatic like those were looking. And then on this one, I'm going to use the light pumpkin pie one. I'm just going to color in like I did on the other one. The room where I work, we have to keep it's climate controlled. I work at an orthopedic company. It's one of the largest in the world. That's what Indiana is known for. And our room has to be, it's like usually 71, 72 degrees in there. And a bunch of us have a cold because we get so cold in there. I'm just refreshing, guys. Hi, Brianna. Thanks, Barb. Okay, I want to see if I have any more comments. I'm just going to scroll down just a little bit. It really didn't take me that long, I'll be honest with you guys. I made this card last night when I got off work. And I kind of had it in my head. I'll think about it when I'm at work. What am I going to do? Or try to come up with different card ideas. And then they never turn out, I don't think, the way that you plan them in your head. Because you always end up changing them up. Something, somehow, some way you end up changing it. So I just wanted, to give it a different colors for the flower. And I'm going to open my crumb cake back up and take the little thing that goes in the middle. I'm not really sure what that's called. And I'm just going to stamp that down You don't really have to do it on each of them, but at this point right now, I'm not really sure which one I'm going to use for my front, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it on both of them. And then I'm just going to pop this out using the punch. And I hope I can get it straight with my shaky hands. Okay, and then just flip it around. And do the same thing with this one. Oh, and I forgot to mention, guys, this is going to be November's third card. So this is November's, one of November's free card packet cards. Okay, and you guys know me, I'm a big sponger. So I'm going to open up Early Espresso. And then I'm just going to ink all the way around the edges. And I like to do even just a little bit on top. And last night I just, as you can see, I just kind of bent the one end up just a little bit that I'm trying to ink. And I found too, the more ink I had on my little sponge, the easier it was. I really like the dark look. So I like to go heavy on this. And you can go back around it a couple times. And if you see one that you don't think you did well on, you can go back and ink it back up. We'll just go all the way around. And I already inked, like I said, I already inked the other little like stem things that we're going to put on here. Okay. So let's kind of give it a look and see. I don't think it's really going to matter. They're very similar. That one's a little bit darker, I think. I think I like it for some reason. I like it better like that. So I think that's the one that I'm going to put on top. Okay. So what I do is, let me grab my dimensionals. I'm just going to put a dimensional on the back. Like that. Peel that off. And then I'm just going to place it on there like that. So that way it's showing through. I'm going to take my bone folder and just gently, you don't want to pull your stems off, but you just gently bend it. And if anybody's joined, I haven't been able to refresh in a little bit, so I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. Okay, then we're going to take these three. I've got pumpkin pie, crushed curry, and early espresso. And all we're going to do is pop out one of each with our leaf punch. And I have a really cute idea that I'm going to share with you guys at the end. I was like really amazed last night when I did it. I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. Sorry, I had to take another drink. So I'm going to ink around these as well. Oops. And then I will upload this, guys, to YouTube at the end. So that way anybody that earns the free card packets for November, you can go back. And I even ink around the dark colors like the early espresso. It does show up a little bit. Of course, it doesn't show up as well as it does on the lighter colors. But it does show up. And before I close that up, I'm going to grab my banner. And I'm going to stamp thank you. And that comes from the same stamp set. So we're just going to ink that right there. Okay. I'm so turned around. I'm so used to my my Stampin' Scrub being to the left of me, and I just want to keep going over there to clean my stamps, but I'm just kind of putting them behind me right now, and I'll clean them once I end the broadcast. So I'm going to ink around this sentiment as well, and I'm just going to lay that off to the side. And ink around this one. Okay, now I think we're done with our stamping. So we'll put these, I'm going to move them because I actually have to grab my Big Shot. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to try not to smash my leaves. We're just going to use the platform and take the Seaside Textured embossing folder. I'm going to flip it around, and then the side that I sponged is the side I'm going to put down because that's the side that I want to be face up on my card. So I'm just going to lay those, and it doesn't really matter. I'm just going for the, I just wanted to give them some texture, like a little bit of dimension and definition on the card. So I'm just going to run those through. Let me move that out of the way. And I love how those turn out. I hope you guys can see those. So it just gives them a little something something. Gives them a little bit of definition there. So then what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put my fast fuse in front of me so I'd know right where it was, and then I turn around and forget where I put it. So I'm going to just put the sentiment, and we'll just put it right about there. We'll put that out of the way for right now. Move those out of the way, and we can start assembling the card. So I'm just going to put the piece of Whisper White, or I'm sorry, Very Vanilla, onto the front of our card. And then what I like to do, what I did yesterday was I just took the jute twine, grab my scissors, and I just kind of wrapped it around 3 times and try to make it stop. Try to clip this one where this one is, so that way both your end pieces are going to be right there together for you, and it's just going to make it see like that, so that way you can hide this piece down here at the bottom. Okay, and so what I did was I took some glue dots and let me see where I can get one at. I just took a glue dot and kind of put it down and just kind of smashed them. I just wanted it to hold them just for a second for me until I got ready to put it on, permanently down on my card. So then you're kind of making like a wreath is what I kind of thought. Then I just kind of started playing with it where I thought I was going to want everything. So I kind of put a brown one there, and like I said, I already inked around my edges, kind of put one there, and then I put the pumpkin pie one kind of in between it. So what I'm going to do, last night I used glue and I got a mess. So today I'm just going to try to and that's not going to work, I don't think, because I don't want to flatten my flower. Maybe I'll try glue dots. We'll just try a glue dot here and there and see what happens. I don't want to use glue because, like I said, I was a sticky mess last night. So I'm just going to take and randomly maybe put 3 glue dots, just enough to hold those on the back, okay? And so I'm just going to kind of like turn it where I can see. And then I'm going to want one probably maybe not that far apart. Something like that. And then I'm going to put the pumpkin pie one right in the center of that. And these I kind of spaced out more than what I would have liked, to be honest with you. I would have liked them to have been a little bit closer. So then let's grab another glue dot and put it right about here. I don't know if you guys can see my hand shaking, but I just feel like I'm like this, and it's so uncomfortable. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm rambling. And then I'm just going to place that on the back of the leaf, just because I want to make sure I get these kind of placed a little bit better than what I did the other ones the way that I liked. So I'm going to do one. Oops, I did that one upside down. I'm going to do one right there. And then right there like that. And then I think I'm going to put another glue dot because I don't see, and I want it to be right in the center. So I'm just going to put it right there. And then put this one, just the stem, right there like that. And then my last one, just going to try to see the way I'm going to put it on my card, guys. I was thinking I was going to go this way, but now I'm thinking I might have to, that it would look better that way. So I think I'm going to put it there and put it like that. So we'll put another glue dot. Right there. And then just put the stem right there. And you can, you know, we could put it like that. You can put it like that, but I am going to put mine, I think, like that. You just want to make sure that you're leaving enough room for your sentiment. So I always try to like lay my stuff out before I actually glue it down to make sure I'm going to like where I have everything at. And I'm just trying to refresh, guys, so I can see if I've missed any of your comments. I like the colors too, Barbara. Yep, Anita, I like the embossing of the leaves too. How long do you have to blend? I'm not sure what you mean, Barbara, by that. How long do you have to blend? The club, if you're asking about the stamp club, it's 4 months. We're going to start November, December, January, and February. And you'll get 2 make and takes for every month of that with me. I'll send them to you every month. I'll send out the email telling you which ones we're going to order for that month. And every month somebody's going to be the hostess, so they'll get the hostess benefits for that. And then at the end, I'm going to refresh again and just make sure that I haven't missed anybody's comments, okay? So then what I did with this, and don't forget, guys, I still have something I'm going to show you that is amazing with the Stampin' Blends. Oh, and I want to say before I forget, I have a customer, and she's on here. She's going to know who she is. She wanted me to compare Copics with our Stampin' Blends, and I have to tell you, similar. Very similar. I've never colored with Copics. I just did just a very brief right before I came on today just because she's been asking me and I wanted to do it for her. But I like our Stampin' Blends. But I'm a Stampin' Up gal, so what am I supposed to say? I know Copics are very expensive, and I think our Stampin' Blends is going to be, for anybody that wants markers and maybe doesn't have any, that is going to be, I think, your best option. So there is my answer to that question. So then I just took my twine and I just put glue dots on the back side of it. Just probably 4 or 5 places is going to be enough. You just want enough to hold it down on your card. And these don't show through very much. So then I think I'm going to put one right up here. And I tried to let it fall like it's where it's opening up and it's wanting to do that little thing. I let it do that. I didn't try to keep it all together. And then I'm just going to put an extra one right there where the 2 met. And then I'm just going to, before I really push that down, I just want to make sure that everything's going to fit and it's going to show through where I can still move them. I think I want it. And I'm going to make sure that I put my little end piece down to where the majority of my flower is going to hide that. So I think I'm going to go with that right there, guys. I think that looks good. I'm just going to move it over just a smidge, and then you can just press down to get that to stay. Then I used the mini dimensionals. Let me grab mine. I used our mini dimensionals to kind of help pop it up and to make it stay. Don't want that extra piece of paper there. So I'll just move those off. And it doesn't take that many. I just randomly placed them because this is just, we have to have a way for it to stay on our card. So What better way than mini dimensionals? You could use glue dots too. I just didn't want to try to use snail because I don't want to flatten my daisy that I just put on there. Because I tried really hard to make it curl up for me, and I got those stuck. Okay, we'll move on to another one. And these don't show through when you're putting them on the back. Okay, I don't know why, but all of a sudden I popped up down in the corner. Hey, Michelle. Okay. I think that's enough, guys. So then we're just going to place this right about there. Okay. And then you can go back in with your bone folder if you want to, and just, you could kind of bend them back up. I'm not going to be too worried about it. I'm just going to kind of do one of those numbers with it just to get a little bit of dimension out of it. Then I'm going to take some snail and put my banner on. And I like to leave a little bit of that at the top showing, so I'm just going to do that. Then I'm going to grab some jewel rhinestones, and I'm going to use the bigger ones. And I'm just going to put one right there in the corner, and then one right about there. Now, you guys might be thinking to yourself, that gold rhinestone just doesn't look right. That's kind of like a country crafty card, and the silver just does not look right. And I agree with you. So, I'm going to take my Stampin' Blend, and I'm going to make this one pumpkin pie. Then I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to make it Daffodil Delight. Don't touch it for a little bit. Let it dry. And how stinking cute are those rhinestones, guys? You can customize your rhinestones now. Isn't that cute? I love it. So that's my card today, guys. Card 3 in my November free card packets. And I'm going to refresh and see if anybody has any questions for me at all. Remember all the ways to be entered in the drawing. The more you do, the more chances you have. I know what I was going to say earlier. I'm going to do the drawing Friday at 1:30. And I'll have it posted on my blog shortly after that. I might have it posted just a bit early or just a bit late, but it will be Friday by 1:30. Since there is such a dimensional card, how will it go through the mail? Brianna, it will get smashed, I will tell you that, and it will probably take a little bit more postage. You would just have to make sure that your little stems and everything, like where I have mine hanging off my card, you'd either have to use a larger envelope or you would have to push everything up to, or rearrange it so it's on your card. But you can guarantee this is going to be smashed down. This one would have a harder time going in the mail unless you use a larger envelope. And if I was going to send this card out to somebody, I would definitely use a bubble envelope and use one of the larger ones. Let me move my... I would use something like this if I was going to put this in the mail, because it's going to fit, and I mean, it's still probably going to get smashed because we all know how things get thrown and stuff, but the recipient's going to know, they can fix anything. If you use really good adhesive and put everything down really good, it should be fine to send to somebody, but it would be extra postage. Anita Scott says, great new product. I hated gumming up, cutting the regular ones. And Anita, I am with you 100%. Okay, I like the tips on the Stampin' Blends better. Copic has such a large end. Yeah, and look at this, Mary. Mary said, I like the tips on the Stampin' Blends better. Copic has such a large end and never use it. And this is the thin tip on the pumpkin pie. That's the thin tip. Make sure that it snaps when you guys put your lids on. And this is the larger tip. And I love mine. And the lids nest together like that. So when you're using them, you don't have to worry about losing your lid. You can just pop it on the end. I'm just scrolling down, guys, to see any more comments that I might have missed. And if I have missed your comment, guys, I will go back and reread this and try to answer anybody's comments, because I have to keep refreshing, and I'm just so sorry that I didn't bring my cell phone down. Lesson learned. This is the whole reason I put my other computer that I had in storage back out, because I wanted to be able to, you know, have this one pulled up and read the comments and things like that. So, yeah, Anita says she mails all mine via padded envelope. Anyhow, my cards are chunky. I like chunky cards too. Thank you, Christina, for saying it's a beautiful card. Thanks, Sandy. She said it's a very pretty card too. Okay, guys, remember how you can enter for the drawing, and I'm just going to show it again. What we're giving away this week. You're going to get a paper pumpkin bag and the Good Tidings stamp set. And I do want to share with you guys too that I have another, it's not an album, I will tell you that, it's not an album, but since I'm homesick today, I'm going to work on it, but it's another kind of 3D object, and it's going to make a great handmade Christmas gift that you can give somebody. I have a couple of things actually that I have in the works. I'm hoping I can bring it to you. I might do a video this weekend with it. I'm probably not going to do a live one, but I might put it on YouTube, or I might save it until next week and let that be my my demonstration for next week. So how I want you guys to enter for the drawing is comment on this Facebook, comment on my blog, and then if you comment on YouTube, like the video too on YouTube, if you subscribe on YouTube, use the hashtag new subscriber. Those are the only ones from YouTube that I am going to enter in the drawing, because that is going to tell me you watched this video, you watched my instructions for how I wanted you to make the comments, and that you just didn't happen upon my channel and subscribed. So that way I know you want to be entered in the drawing. I don't want to enter anybody if they're oblivious to it and don't want to be entered in it. So the more you do, the more entries you're going to get. So make sure that you share me on Facebook. Visit my blog. It's bobbystamps.com. You can leave a comment there, and then hashtag new subscriber on YouTube. Okay? So that's that entry. And then I do want you guys to answer me. I really want to know, which background do you guys prefer? The tree rings or the wood grain? Because I like the wood grain, but I'm partial to the wood grain. I use it quite a bit. I have to say probably this thing right here is probably my number one thing that I use in my craft room. I love my triple banner punch. If they retire it, I'm going to do, because I use that a lot for my sentiments, because I just love that look, and I love that triple banner punch. So I'm just scrolling one more time to see if I have any more questions, and it doesn't look like I do, but make sure you guys leave a comment below. Let me know which version you like better, the tree rings or the hardwood stamp set. And if I have no more questions, then I'm going to sign off for today and go back and lay down because I don't feel good. Okay, guys, I'm going to go then. Thanks so much for joining me today.